3, 2, 1, 0.
Here we go. What up? Welcome to Dynamite Rocketship. I'm your host, Toby McMullen. Thanks so much for tuning in. Please subscribe to the YouTube. Subscribe on all the audio platforms. We're on all of them. It helps out a lot. Drop a like, drop a comment, all that jazz. How's everybody doing today, bro? Are you enjoying the change in weather? Is it changing where you're at? Here, the sun is shining, birds are chirping, the crazies are out in force. We're having a good time in New York City. Woo, it's t-shirt weather, and that's saying something. We just got out of a snowscape hell that put the thing to shame, and now we're thawing out, moving and grooving to the sounds of corporate interests buying up all the property. Is it even worth it to live here anymore? What happened to this city's personality? I don't know, man. Who cares? It's nice out. It's the kind of weather where you throw on a t-shirt and you go, "Oh boy, I shrunk this." Right? This is my doing with a drying machine. This isn't all of the horrible decisions I've made while I hibernated for months and months in the cold. But the good news is this is a false spring. It's a false god. it's oh damn it, what's the word for when it's a blasphemous spring? It's not real. It will get cold again. It will snow again, guaranteed. Always does. Touch my nose. 10 points from Gryffindor, man. Gotta not touch the nose. Yeah, but it's friggin' nice out. Type of day makes you wish you had a razor scooter. Finally get that tail whip down. I mean, I can get close. I can get close, dude. But I'm not rolling away smooth every time. It's just not in the cards for me. Although I do have vivid memories of landing a 360 on a razor scooter inside of a Dick's Sporting Goods. I'm sure whoever was running security that day was like, "Oh, yeah." You know, some undercover shopper is like, proper. Dude, undercover shoppers suck. You're just a narc? Oh, man. But, I mean, in terms of, jobs, hanging out in a Walmart all day, not that bad. I knew a lot of people in Lincoln, North Carolina who did that for free on the regular. Not 24 hours anymore. You get to kick it. I mean, I would get so good at layups. I'd just be in the back. I'd be crushing. Yeah, but I hope everyone out there's having a good ass Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. It's Tuesday here, 12:41, back in the stew. Been working from home, and let me tell you, I get it. Having the little home space to set up in is nice. But sometimes you got to stretch your legs. You got to cross a couple bodies of water. You got to get near a loud train that you have to remove with AI. And then you have a nice time. And it's good. I had a bunch of stuff I wanted to talk about, but I forgot about it all. Overcaffeinated, underprepared. And that's a promise. I don't remember when I thought of this, but I was just like this is like a fun bit I was doing. That's never a good sentence. You don't want to be saying that you do that to people. I was just goofing off, and I was thinking about like a real, kind of like a conspiracy type guy, maybe in the 70s. It'd be really good with like one of those, the Elvis mics. If I say that, does that make sense? Like the all metal with like the grill in the front, and they would drop it down for boxing matches. Are you ready to rumble? The Ready to Rumble mic. You need one of those, kind of like not Paul F. Tompkins. Oh, that's the guy who wears the suit. Why can't I never the Pish, dude? Why can't I ever remember the Pish's name? Oh, that's such a bummer. Philip Seymour Hoffman. Like Phil, you have one of those mics like Philip Seymour Hoffman in pirate radio, and you're just going from my mouth to your ears with nothing in between. Today we're here to talk about what really went down. I would love to be one of to have the confidence to be a here's what really went down guy. Man, like that's a guy who can walk into a store and barter, a guy who just believes to his core that he is right and he knows all. I mean, that must fucking rule, dude. My dick's small, but the truth will not be stopped. Like that. And then I gotta insult him, and maybe he's backing, you know? I don't know. But whether the contents of his short pants aside, that guy really knows what happened in Waco. That's a dude who really gets to the bottom of stuff. Sip it a Chris. News. What's in the news? Oh, that's no good. We'll skip that. Touch my nose again. Did you see, man, oh man, a clip hit the net that made me laugh and giggle? Team, did you see Dwight Howard, former basketball player? Ever heard of him? Giant man, wore the Superman cape in the dunk contest, 2 basketballs at the same time. Can't remember if he made it. I only remember him missing and being like, damn, that has to suck, dude. Missing in the dunk contest. It's like, oh, what did you show up not tall? How'd you miss? But then you're like, oh, you are going like tween 360 spider or whatever. I don't know dunks. But Dwight Howard's soon-to-be ex-wife, with an all-time crash out, as the kids would say, jumps on IG Live, bag. Dwight Howard wife, bag. And let's see, hits the internet with an all-time this guy ain't shit. I mean, she let it fly, but more than anything, she blamed it on she blamed it on a cocaine addiction. Sister, it's happened to us all. If you haven't found yourself living with and having children with a multimillionaire with a coke problem, buddy, talk about a Tuesday. I mean, come on. Dwight Howard's life hit IG Live to straight trash the dude. I mean, come on, bro. But like that in and of itself, it's like, who cares? I'm no drama llama. I like a little bit of drama every now and again, but I try to steer clear. I don't think it's good for your mental. But what made this of note and worthy of discussion is that during this, I don't want to use like clickbaity fucking hyperbolic language. Like I like tirade. I'm going to try and avoid that. But while she's letting it fly, she is like, Child Protective Services have to get involved with our kids, yada, 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 all this crazy stuff. It's all because of his cocaine problem. And then she's like, and this is his cocaine, and pulls out the biggest bag of cocaine anyone's ever seen in their life. It's unbelievable. It is cartoonishly large. Look at how big this bag of cocaine is. Huh? That's fun. It is a hefty bag worth of, it has to be flour. I mean, it has to be a prop. There's no way that's real. But if it isn't, it makes me feel like she has never seen cocaine in her life, because she's like, all right, he's a very large man. He's going to require a horse feed bag full of yak. Like this thing, dude, it is a pillowcase full of that sweet Colombian Bam Bam. And here's where I think that I don't know if it's real, is because money like that, guy's gonna get some rock. I mean, she pulls out the straight Fabuloso powdered detergent bag of it's so much. It is a cat litter bag of it's with a breeze. Dude, it is it is a Fresh Step 14-pound bag, like the kind of like a box of litter that if you were to put it in an Instacart order, you would feel bad for the person picking it up. And I got a bone to pick with Instacart, by the way. And whatever, I get it. You live in a timeline where you can have someone else do your grocery shopping. That is sick. However, the last 2 to 3 times that I've used Instacart, they have shown up with meat that I assume they got off of the back of a cart that was being dragged through some sort of medieval castle. like does that make sense? Like the like some straight flea bottom chicken, dude. I'm talking about there's something rotten in Denmark, and it is this fucking boneless, breastless. I'm trying to make a nice, healthy meal, and you are bringing me the plague. There was black. I'm trying to say that this person, they got me chicken. I asked for a rotisserie chicken because you go, listen, it's in a bag. Everybody loves roto. No need to even dive any further. We all know it. We all love it. And they were like, okay, right. Pivot. What if I got you a chicken that had leprosy? What if I know that you want some nice, fresh, chocked full of hormones, the American way chicken, but what if I went and I got you the bottom of a boot from a miner? Bad chicken is what I'm trying to get at here. It's not really that outrageous. Oh no, I got to walk to the store. I'm the worst. Yeah, but so this is either back to the cocaine. So this is either the most coke-addled, Dwight Howard. It's a bag that LeBron would dip his hands into pregame and just let it rain, dude. It's so much cocaine. Like, I don't know where they live. I assume California. But if I was a federal agent and my jurisdiction was within 50 to 100 miles of where this video was taking place, I'd have been like, woo, free day at work. Guys, I got a hot lead. Who wants to go cut open some mattresses? Raid day. Oh, man. The DEA. No. This bag of cocaine that she shows is a down payment on a house. She pulls out a fully loaded Hyundai Sonata worth of cocaine. But you got to imagine it's one hell of a deal. It's just, guys, he's going to Costco. Does that play? No, I don't think it does. Costco, no good. Yeah, but shout out to the fattest sack of yak the net has ever seen, dude. If they had pulled that out on the set of Scarface, they'd have been like, it's a little much. It's a bit much. That thing is fresh out of the homemade submarine, dude. Fucking great. Yeah, but that's a crazy amount of cocaine. That's as much cocaine, I think, as Home Improvement or Tim Allen was caught with back in the 70s, which led me to believe what I want to know about other large celebrity drug busts. So obviously, this list, no surprises here, man. Lindsay Lohan, number 10. It's no secret Lindsay Lohan has suffered some personal and professional problems. Blah 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 blah. Trashing. She got a DUI. Right on. But they were running LA. You got to think that they felt untouchable, dude. But it's like, have a driver. I had a realization recently. The big dog was watching some Jersey Shore, and I was watching all the footy of them in the quote unquote clubs out on the shore. And as a kid, you see that and you're like, oh, this is like a fancy nightclub. And then now you look at it and you go, oh, that's the worst bar that's ever existed. There's a reason a lady gets punched. Location, dude. And back in, the early to mid 2000s, you would see all this footage when it was like LA nightlife was the thing. And it was like Wilder Valderrama's running around covering for, okay, no. And it's like Lindsay Lohan and Paris Hilton and Perez Hilton, all those people are running around and they're in the VIP and it's so sick. And you see all the footage and photos and it looks very glamorous. And then you go to those places and you go, oh, this is just slightly more expensive chairs and extremely expensive more drinks. Extremely expensive drinks. Like that's the more drinks. God, I'm dumb. So it can't have been that cool, but at the time, these people were like, oh, this is it. This is the shit. And it's like, dude, if you're paying 30 grand for your tab for a night out, like these folks were back in the day, just bottle service, yucking it up, blah, 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 flip phone, scandal, you can afford a cab. You can get a driver, dude, or a homie. Hit somebody like DUI. Never a reason for a DUI. But that's light work. Misdemeanor cocaine use. That's fair. 3 years probation, 1 day in jail, which he served just 84 minutes of due to overcrowding and the nonviolent nature of her crime. A little pit stop from his low end, dude. Hell yeah. That's awesome. I spent 84 minutes in the clink. Nelly. I love Nelly. Nelly is the man. Fun. His original song, I'm going down, baby. Low Street in the Range Rover. Street sweeper, baby. Cock ready to let it blow. Hot shit. That's a song about a very large gun. It's just a drive-by. That song is about a drive-by, and it was playing on every radio station, on every block. I remember vividly, I was at my homie's place. We were playing PlayStation 1, and we were listening, and he just looked at me, and he goes, my mom almost took away my Nelly CD. And I was like, oh, no, why? He goes, because she asked me if I knew what a chicken head was, and then I said no, and she said, you can listen to that until you know what that is, which is, I think, an amazing brand of parenting. Until you know about, you can listen to that until you know about head, and then it is off the table, dude. I remember one weekend I got Blink-182, Enema of the State, and my brother got 2 CDs with, dude, you're not even going to believe this. You know what a rad family I was in? My older bro, 4 years my senior, I get Blink-182. He gets 2 CDs with parental advisory stickers. What? Scandal at the McMullen crib. Yeah, dude. He got Limp Bizkit, the one with Nookie and all that shit, and then Kid Rock, who has a different guy now. And I remember listening to Blink-182, and then that one line, they say looks down on sodomy, right? So I go up to my mom, and I very innocently, I go, Mom, because the thing about Enema of the State is that it released, it didn't get the parental advisory sticker, and then then it did. They like, after a previous review, flag on the play, there's a lot of innuendo in this that slid through the cracks. So I remember instantly walking up to my mom and being like, Mom, what does sodomy mean? And my mom was like, what, dude? And I was like, sorry. She's like cooking eggs. She's like, bro, it's fucking 8:30. What are you doing to me? And you know you hit something cool when it wouldn't be explained to you, when it would just be instant to interrogation. Where did you get that information? There was no, well, you know, when 2 fellas or a guy and a gal who are looking to spice it up really love each other. It's just, she was like, what? Where did you hear that, dude? Was that on those CDs that I got your brother with the stickers? And I went, yes, it was. Kid Rock taught me what sodomy was, but meanwhile it was my little skater punks. But yeah, wow, what's a chicken head? Awesome. All right, Nelly. What did Nelly get busted for? I mean, a lot of rappers nowadays it would have been Lizzine, but back then it's got to be just weed. Yep. State troopers inspected the bus. Tour bus got raided. Fuck, scary. Allegedly they arrested him. You can't put alleged things on your top 10. Watch Mojo, man, you got to be better about your fucking due diligence here. All right. State troopers inspected the bus and allegedly found methamphetamine, marijuana, and handguns. Keep that thing on him. Nelly was subsequently charged with felony possession of drugs, possession of drug paraphernalia, possession of marijuana. Okay, so he had weed, ecstasy, and a gun, which, I mean, fair play to you. However, the felony charges were eventually dropped. Discovered it wasn't actually meth in the bag. Oh, what was it? Oh, man, I just keep my vitamins loose. So, hey, all right. Tatum O'Neal. I don't even know who that is. Tatum O'Neal. Oh, she was in The Scream. Hell yeah. All right. Tatum O'Neal, renowned youngest person to ever win an Academy Award. Hell yeah. Shout out to her. Oh, yeah. The Oscars are coming up. Okay. So the age of 10, she got an Oscar for 10. Hell yeah. It's interesting how Lindsay Lohan just gets trashed. Not one single mention of Herbie Fully Loaded. And yet Tatum O'Neal gets her accolades right up top. Seems like a little journalistic bias. If you ask me, watch Mojo. Police approached O'Neal, who allegedly told them she was... Unfortunately, this claim to fame did not do her any good when she was caught buying crack. Oh, fuck yeah, Tatum. Fucking... That's what you like to see, dude. Don't dip your toes in. Dive right in. Get in the deep end. Get some crack in you. Fuck yeah. When they found the bag of crack, she's just like, listen. I know I'm rich, but it's just so economical. It's such a better deal. I mean, Dwight Howard is upside down in his bag of coke. And I'm just trying to get there fast. When they found another bag of crack, another bag of powdered cocaine, and an unused pipe in her possession. However, she broke down in tears. She was subsequently charged with possession of a controlled substance. Classic white girl move. Are you interacting with the police? Let the tears fly. Hell yeah. Paul McCartney. Oh, what did he get caught with? Fucking 3 chords and an eighth of weed? Apparently, Paul. Okay, no. They didn't smoke pot until Bob Dylan introduced it. Hey, man, you ever get high? You're going to try this stuff. It's going to blow your mind. In 1972, Swedish police, 1,000 euro. That's like $9 million now. Detained and then deported from Japan in 1980s when customs found it. Oh, my God. He was arrested again in 1975 in Los Angeles and was detained and then deported from Japan. Oh, wait, for possession. He was arrested in 1970. Oh, gotcha. Arrested in Los Angeles. And then 1980, he was deported from Japan when customs found a staggering 200 grams of weed in his luggage. I swear to God, I forgot it was there. I didn't know. Oh, geez. They found my stash. I'm Paul. That's a lot of... Dude, okay. But in his defense, that's 200 grams of 1980s weed. So that's like 4 joints, if we're being real here. That's all I'm saying. It's not a lot of ganja when you convert for inflation. Which the weed actually better back then because it wasn't... Listen, real quick. We're going to step into Toby's marijuana corner. The reason weed now gives you so much anxiety and people take 2 hits and freak out is because it's been crossbred and basically inbred and had adverse reactions where the only pursuit has been the THC percentage, which is why when you go into a dispensary or if you have like a nerdy weed dealer, they're going to tell you about how much THC is in each strain or in each vape cart or whatever it is. And that's all that the growers were chasing and rewarded with because it's an uneducated consumer base. So it's like an easy number that they can, it's basically made it as close to alcohol as possible. And in that inbreeding, they basically weeded out all of the things that made the weed good, like the other chemicals that were produced by the plant that would like have a calming effect and like soothing and like, oh, I'll make you laugh and giggle. And that's why when you smoke weed now, you're like, why isn't this like it was when I was a kid? It's because we've basically turned marijuana into the French monarchy. And if it was people, they'd have 3 years and wouldn't be able to do math. And that's why weed stinks now. And there are no indicas or sativas. That's just branding. It's all hybrids, and some are slightly more dominant than others. And they basically take that whatever is slightly more dominant, and then they say that's what it is. It's not. You're being lied to. It's fine. Weed is weed. Anyone who tries to tell you differently is a dork. All right. Snoop D-O-double-G. He got caught with weed. Moving on. I don't even need to read that. I know he's Snoop Dogg. Who cares? Johnny Cash. What do we think Johnny Cash had on him? I think Johnny Cash had a stash, and it was H to the Izzo heron. That's going to be my guess. All right. Walk the line, blah, blah, blah. Narcotics officers believe that Cash was smuggling heroin in the country of Mexico. And they pulled him over, searched, and questioned him. They instead found a staggering 688 pills of dexedrine, a type of amphetamine, and 475 capsules of Equinil. Wow, that's one hell of a cold. A sedative stashed inside his guitar case. He subsequently received a suspended sentence because the pills were prescription drugs rather than illegal narcotics. Cool doctor. Yeah, hell yeah. That's just a cool doctor right there. Bobby Brown. He was found with a fistful of Tina Turner. Okay, nope. All right. Brown was fair. He is crack. Everybody knows Bobby Brown on that sugar. He's on that rock candy. Arguably the words of the arrested for speeding, driving without a license, possession of marijuana. That's just an uncle. After posting bond, he was released from prison, but immediately transferred to another county's jail due to outstanding warrants previous to hours. Yeah. Who gives a fuck? DMX. DMX. I think he got caught for. He didn't follow the correct procedure because he stopped, he dropped, he shut him down, and then he opened up shop, but he didn't have the proper permits, and it was a residential zoning. He opened a commercial real estate. It's a red tape nightmare. He did not, dude. You got to talk to your lawyer before you open up shop. Listen, you don't need a permit to shut him down, but you need if you're gonna open up shop, you gotta pull out some shit in triplicate. All right. This is a few days before he was charged driving out of license. No one has a license, dude. Okay, this is my question. So a bunch of these celebrities have been caught. Part of their crimes have been driving without a license, which, whoops, guilty. Done it a couple, 2-3 times. If you're Kim Kardashian and you have to renew your license, do you go to the same DMV as everyone else? I mean, in Los Angeles, I'm sure they have some sort of concierge service, or like maybe even in New York, but that's got to be so distracting for that entire business. If Kanye West is at the DMV, like that's gonna fuck up the flow of things, and it's already at a molasses pace. We can't have them in and out. Guys, we gotta do something about that. All right. Yeah, DMX has a different DMV for sure. All right. So what happened with DMX? DMX all-time quote: "If I got to choose my kids or choose the drugs, I choose the drugs." Many times, including numerous drug possession charges between 2000 and 2015. One of the most notable arrests was in 2008 when he was nabbed in a narcotics sting, buzz operation after attempting to buy coke and pot from an undercover officer. Damn, set up my boy X. After allegedly asking for 30 powder and 15 weed. Wait. 30 powder and 15 weed? Was DMX buying dime bags, dude? That's got to be grams, right? He's got to be like half ounce in a 30 pound. That's I wish he was still alive so I could ask him. All right, I need a Ouija board, and I need to ask DMX how much cash he had on him. I need to go to the ATM. I only got $45. I'm trying to smoke a blunt and do some lines. Yeah. 30 powder and 15 weed. I need 3 lines and a blunt. What was he, on the way home? His last call, and he's like, I just need a little something. Take a little disco nap. I'll do 1 line now. I'll smoke the blunt. I'll leave the other 2 lines out. When I wake up, all right. After having pled not guilty just a month earlier to possession and animal cruelty charges. Oh, yeah, when he was fighting those dogs. I hate that. I just hate a dog fight. All right. This time he pled guilty and was sentenced to about 3 months of prison time. Number 2, Lil Wayne. Oh, shout out to Wayne Michael Carter Jr., my favorite rapper of all time. Not even close. Don't even need to read this. I can tell you what it is. 2009, gun charge. New York City. Also had some reefer. Lil Wayne found himself in a little bit of trouble in January 2008. Oh, so close. When his tour bus was stopped by Border Patrol agents, he's never shied away from referencing drugs in his music. K9 soon discovered that he lives up to that reputation. On the bus, officers found 105 grams of marijuana. That's not that much weed. All right. All jokes aside, that's a quap. It's not even a quap. 112. 112 is a quarter pound. Picking up a quap. We used to say that in high school. Picking up a quap. 105 grams of weed, which for a dude who smokes exclusively blunts, has a dedicated blunt roller, and like all of his crew are smoking on the same stash, that's not that outrageous to me. I've seen that from friends who grew up in Denver. 41 grams of ecstasy. That's a lot of ecstasy. That's so much ecstasy. Holy shit, that's so much fucking ecstasy. 41, dude, that is fucking a lot of Molly. Holy fuck, dude. Roughly 29 grams of cocaine and a handgun. If you're gonna have that much drugs around, you might as well have a gun. Straight up, it is what it is, man. If your stash is at that level of capacity, buddy, you're gonna want to stay strapped. I should have done this from the jump. Yeah, that's so much. That's so much. All right. The contraband earned him 4 felony counts, including possession of narcotic drugs for sale. I mean, you have 41 grams of Molly. That it is hard to believe. How many people you're like, no, I have to get okay, we're going to Bonnaroo. Our campsite is about 100 people. You would need, I was going to say a football team, but I think you need both teams and staff. That's so much Molly, dude. That is a lot. And if you've never done Molly, stay away. It's too good. It's not. The last time I did any sort of MDMA that I remember was a long ass time ago. I just remember sitting, it had a decade plus. I was sitting on a couch and I just remember turning to my friend and going, human beings should not feel this. Fucking eyes like satellite dishes. Just brutal. Yeah, you can't be, they say it puts holes in your brain. Do not do pressed ecstasy pills anymore. You got to do Molly and you got to test it if you're going to do that shit. It is what it is. We live in different times. All right. Yeah. Shout out to Wayne. Spent a year in prison, recorded over the phone. Very sick. He also got caught with some sort of smartwatch that he was listening to beats on, which is fire. All right. It might have been some like shitty cell phone. It might have been pre-smartwatch, but I remember distinctly he got busted with some MP3s and everyone was like, let Weezy listen to beats. The streets are starving. All right. Before we look at the biggest drug bust here, a few honorable mentions. Tim Allen, of course, 650 grams of cocaine. That is so much blow. That's fucking crazy. David Crosby, arrested for heroin and cocaine, 1982, of course. Bruno Mars, arrested for possession of over 2 grams of cocaine, 2010. That is ludicrous. Have you heard the man drum? I mean, 2 grams, bro. He lives in Vegas. What do we expect? That's just a little strip dandruff. You know what I mean? One guy's trying to hit Circus, dude. Back off. What the fuck? He's trying to drink fucking loose beers at the El Cortez. All right. And then number 1, Robert Downey Jr. Yeah, sure. Some major charges include the following. April 1996, he was arrested for possession of cocaine, heroin, and an unloaded handgun. Shout out to RDJ. He was like, all right, we got a lot of drugs here. Bring the gun, leave the bullets. He's like, I think it still gets the point across if it's empty. Bring the gun. Bullets? No. Don't be crazy. Oh man. He was found wandering barefoot with cocaine in his system and arrived on police arrested Downey in a hotel with cocaine and Valium. Woo! Connecting flight, upper and a downer. Then in April 2001, he was found wandering barefoot with cocaine in his system and arrested on suspicion of being under the influence. Where your shoes at, bro? I'm Iron Man. Yeah, that's tough. Shout out to those guys. And if you want my number one advice for not getting arrested with drugs, don't drive a car. Take an Uber. Biggity bam. It's when you're inside of a car, the likelihood of the interaction with the police goes up by like 3 million%. Don't be dumb in cars. That's how I guess I did get arrested for weed one time, but like whatever, dude. All right, Academy Awards nominees. Let's see who's up for what this year. I learned this. I learned something about the Academy, which I didn't know, which is that a lot of the voters just straight skip shit. They just don't watch. The people are like, I won't watch the animated features. And it's like, I feel like if you're voting, you should watch everything. Is that dumb? I mean, if I was a voter, I wouldn't. I would just vote for the homies. What am I fucking going to do? How do you know I didn't see it? But yeah, the Oscars don't charge you money to be a nominee. The Emmys do. You got to pay like 500 bones. So they're basically like, who, you got cash on you? Because we'll give you a little trophy. So the Oscars, I guess, are the most, I mean, they're the most prestigious for a reason, but they're also, it's all bullshit, man. It's all just hand jobby, whatever. Anyway, I digress. And also the Oscar campaigns are nuts. Like people will turn the front yard of their house into, so there's a thing where this happened back in the day. I don't know if it still does, where in Los Angeles, people would find out like the neighborhoods that Oscar voters were in, and they would put like billboards and signs in people's yards to try and influence them, which is like, man, anything for that dub, I guess. All right. 2026 Oscar nominees. I mean, this has never mattered less. I really don't think anyone cares. Do you watch a movie just because it's nominated? I fucking don't. I just watched Big Guy versus Robot on Netflix. War Machine. Big Guy. I can never remember his fucking name. His whole thing is that he's very large. He plays Reacher on the Reacher Show on Prime. He was Thad Castle on Blue Mountain State. What the fuck is this guy's name? Thad Castle, actor. Alan Ritchson. His new flick, he's big as hell, is this guy. This guy right here. And that movie is so dumb. They said, okay, guys, here's the pitch. We're gonna do Predator. You like Predator, dude? I fucking love Predator, man. I wish that the new ones were just like Marine, like the most Jack dangerous dudes against the Predator again. It's a perfect formula. Why mix it up? I get that you want to innovate and you feel like you don't want to do new shit, but as me as a viewer, I don't want to see the Predator talk. I don't care what the Predator's religion is. I just want to see him rip spines out. That's all I want. I want to see guys on steroids getting their spine ripped out by an invisible being from another planet, and that's all I need to see. And they're like, okay, but what if there was an autistic kid? And you go, God damn it. I wanted to do an episode where I take a test to see if I have autism, but I'm afraid of that result. So I might do that. I might not. But yeah, it's Predator meets Metal Gear Solid, right? So it's an elite group of Army Rangers, or they're about to be Army Rangers. They're basically completing the Buds course. As a different name, but it's the same, like we're the toughest training in all the fucking earth that the Navy SEALs do, but it's the Army guys. And they are on this exercise. They run into a giant fucking unstoppable robot, and then that's the movie, is them fighting this robot. So you're like, basically the pitch is, what if we did Predator with a robot, but the whole thing was just an ad for the Army Rangers? It is the biggest piece of propaganda. If you're going to make a movie that features the United States government, they get final say in the script, and they get to say what vehicles you have access to. So they are actually one of the biggest movie studios in the world is the United States Army or military. And this movie is the most bootlicking fucking shit you've ever seen, dude. It's crazy. It's not good. Throw it on at 3 a.m. You'll have a nice time. All right. It's so stupid. Oh, it's so dumb. Okay, whatever. Oscars 2026. Actor in a leading role, Timothy Chalamet. Shout out to him. I love this. I love the Chalamet. Great. He seems like a guy who he just slots in anywhere. Like I have a couple buddies like that who I could take them to any environment. I could take him to the Met Gala, or I could take him to sleep on the homie's floor, and they'll kick it. They'll be perfect in that environment. Timothy Chalamet is that dude. Timothy Chalamet can sit down, can slide into a boardroom with some high level execs, charm their pants off, or he can be at your boy's crib. He's got the N64 out. We're all playing Mario Kart. He sees the bong and he goes, "Yo, it's cool if I hit that." Chill, dude. Timothy Chalamet. We fuck with Timothy Chalamet. He's getting a lot of backlash because he's trying. And if you try now, you are cringe, which I get. As a dude who may have been cringe a couple times or two, I get it. But I fuck with him. Leonardo DiCaprio, one battle after another. Unbelievable. Okay, but Timothy Chalamet for Marty Supreme, which I have not seen yet. I want to watch it. I just don't care. The Safdie brothers, they're not for me. It's just too much stress. Bums me out. All right. Leonardo DiCaprio, one battle after another. He was fucking awesome. Him and Benicio del Toro are the best parts of that whole movie. They're so fucking good. The rest of it for me is kind of whatever, but I'm also not like a Paul Thomas Anderson dude. I think his movies are too long. Whatever. My mother would tell me that I'm talking too fast, and she would not be wrong. Ethan Hawke, Blue Moon. Also didn't see it. Man, I really cannot vote. I love Ethan Hawke. Black Phone is awesome. If you haven't seen The Black Phone, should be just pure dog shit, and it's sweet. It's so cool. It's really fun. It's smartly done. It's a good time. He's scary. Best mask in horror movies in recent years. It's awesome. I wish it stayed one mask as opposed to him being able to swap it out. I thought that was a little whack. There's a thing in horror movies where we haven't had an iconic mask in a horror movie for a very long time. Maybe since Scream, I think, was the last truly iconic mask. This gets as close as we've gotten. It's really good. And it could have taken it to the next level if the Black Phone 2 wasn't pure fucking horseshit. Oh my God. Everyone involved in that movie was just looking to put a pool into their backyard. That movie sucks. All right. Ethan Hawke, Blue Moon, didn't see it. Michael B. Jordan, Sinners, rules. I don't think Michael B. Jordan should get it over Leo necessarily, but he's fucking awesome in Sinners. I love Sinners. That was my favorite movie of last year. I think from a technical aspect, it was like unbelievable. Unfortunately, I do think there's a massive asterisk with that movie. I've talked about it before. You had to see it in the true 70 millimeter on film IMAX. It's unlike anything you've ever seen. It like made my brain melt and made me feel comfort and safety like I haven't felt in years in the cinema. I fucking loved it. Wagner Moura, The Secret Agent. I haven't heard of this movie or this guy. Who is Wagner Moura? This guy ain't winning. Okay, he's the guy from Narcos. All right, bet. Okay, I do know this guy. I'm familiar with your work, sir, but buddy, don't rent the tux. Wagner. I mean, go shake some hands, man. Have a fun night. Listen, have a couple pops. Have 2-3 Manhattans, martinis, whatever it is you're into, because you will not be speaking publicly. All right, actor in a supporting role. Nominees: Benicio del Toro, one battle after another. A Few Small Beers. Yes, he should win. He's awesome. Jacob Elordi for Frankenstein. That really bothers me. Delroy Lindo for Sinners. Hell yeah. Sean Penn, one battle after another. Made it almost all the way through that movie without realizing it was Sean Penn. He's stellar. Stellan Skarsgård. Stellan Skarsgård's the man. He's this guy. He's the guy who you see and you go, fucking that guy's awesome. He's in Good Will Hunting, Mamma Mia, Andor, Pirates of the Caribbean, Chernobyl, Thor, Dune Part 1, Dune Part 2. He's just so good. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. He's anytime you see that guy, you go, oh, fuck yeah, I love that guy. What's that guy's name? No clue. Cool old white guy. I love cool old white guy. Yeah, he's awesome. I'll put a photo up. For the audio listener, he's the guy who wears a suit and goes, "We'll never be able to do this thing," or whatever. And you go, "Oh, I believe what he says." All of his words hold so much weight. Actress in a leading role. Nominees: Jessie Buckley. Not sure who that is, man. I'm not tapped in, dude. For a wannabe movie guy, I really am not tapped in. Hamnet. I just can't do another Shakespeare interpretation. I know that it's different and whatever. It's a parody, but I just don't care. Rose Byrne. If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. Kate Hudson. Sung Song Blue. Renate Reinsve. My bad. Sentimental Value. Emma Stone. Begonia. Stoney Baloney gets it, dude. Emma Stone is so fucking good in Begonia. She's awesome. And the movie's fucks. It's good. It's cool film choice. Shot on VistaVision, basically the precursor to IMAX. So awesome. It looks beautiful. It rules. Why isn't Jesse nominated, dude? That's what the fuck. Oh, that sucks. He should have gotten nominated. The other dude from Begonia, he fucking ripped. Guy from Breaking Bad. It's fucking awesome. That sucks, dude. Yeah, I hope Emma Stone gets that, though. That would be sick. Actress in a supporting role. Elle Fanning, Sentimental Value. Inga Ib's daughter, Iglesias, Sentimental Value. That was a brutal pronunciation of that. That was a real open mic host to me. I fucking blew that. Amy Madigan, Weapons. Unmi Mosaku for Sinners. And Tanya Taylor, One Battle After Another. For my money, we got to give that to Amy Madigan for Weapons. That movie also fucked. That movie was sick. If you don't know Amy Madigan, she played the crazy old lady. Terrifying, scary woman in Weapons. Awesome. Animated feature film. I didn't see any of this shit, dude. K-pop Demon Hunters. What the fuck? I mean, that makes sense, though. It got a bajillion streams or whatever. It's like one of the most watched movies on Netflix history, just because it's just kids just on loop, just cooking it. Zootopia 2, didn't see it. I heard it was good, though. Animated short film, nobody's watching that. Casting. Dude, what? Okay. Casting director. Do they need Oscars, man? What, they sat in a room? I mean, the person who casted One Battle After Another, you know who's tight? Leonardo DiCaprio. Tough gig. Real tough gig. Cinematographer. Now we're talking. Frankenstein. Okay, dude, I did not like Frankenstein. If that wins, that is bad. We can't let Frankenstein be winning anything. That movie looks like a Netflix original derogatory. That shit sucks. I mean, they're on a ship and a giant unstoppable monster is bearing down upon them, is going to rip everyone's face and arms and heads and legs off and just split them in half like a goddamn pair of chopsticks. And this guy, they go, "What's coming to kill us?" And this guy goes, "I need to tell you about my father." Shut up. Ugh. Stupid. I don't, no. Marty Supreme. I didn't see it, but it looks awesome, though. The Safdie Brothers movies do look sick as fuck. One Battle After Another. Awesome. VistaVision. So sick. Sinners wins. Sinners has to win. Autumn Durald Arkapaw. I hope I said that right. I'm sure I didn't. For Sinners, she should win. The cinematography. If you want to talk about like what cinematography, like cinema image capture for the cinema, dude, like capital C, high level cinema, she wins. First female to ever shoot on IMAX film for a narrative. I'm sure there's been some documentary stuff done in the past, but that movie looks insane, and the images are so good and so much impact, and it's just, she has to win, dude. It'd be the first time a woman had ever won that award, and like so deserved. I mean, I feel like fucking One Battle After Another is gonna win. There were some cool shots in there for sure, but Sinners is like unbelievable. Costume design, Avatar, boo. Frankenstein, boo. Hamnet, boo. Marty Supreme. We found some old jackets. Sinners. Oh, the costumes of Sinners are sick, dude. Those suits, bro. Come on. Yeah, fuck that. Sinners again. Directing, Hamnet. Josh Safdie. One Battle After Another. Paul Thomas Anderson. Sentimental Value. This movie is cleaning up. I've never heard of it. That's on me. Sinners, Ryan Coogler. Give it to the Cougs, dude. Shout out the Cougs. I mean, he should win Best Director just for the movie. He should win Best Director just for the video he made on the different aspect ratios his movie was going to be presented in, because he phrased it so perfectly. He explained it so well. He educated so many people on what a true IMAX aspect ratio is. I just, for that alone, dude, for him being like, "I man, let me tell you about," like, you gotta give it to him. He's the fucking man. He rules. Yeah, he wins. Documentary, didn't watch, couldn't possibly. Film editing, F1, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sentimental Value, Sinners. Dude, F1 was sick. They did some really cool stuff in that movie. I mean, it is primetime dad porn, but pretty sweet. I feel like fucking Marty Supreme's gonna win that. I don't know why. I haven't seen it, which makes my opinion completely invalidated, but whatever. Live action short, no one's watching that. International features. Oh, The Secret Agent was from Brazil, and Sentimental Value was from Norway. Okay, cool. That explains why it didn't cross my radar. I'll check those out. Sure, I'm down. Makeup and hairstyling, Frankenstein, boo. Kukuo, Sinners, Smashing Machine, The Ugly Stepsister. If the Smashing Machine wins makeup and hairstyling, that's a bummer. They're like, because it's like, what you put some clay on The Rock? Fuck off. Music, Begonia. The soundtrack is amazing. One Battle After Another, really good. Sinners should win music. The musical sequences in Sinners are fucking insane. Blah 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 blah. Best Picture. Here we go. The showdown, where the big dogs play. Begonia, F1, Frankenstein, Hamnet, not going to win. Marty Supreme, not going to win. One Battle After Another, very, very choice. The Secret Agent, not going to win. International is very hard to win as an international film. Similar Value, same shit. Sinners, Train Dreams. Okay, so I think my prediction is One Battle After Another. I think that's going to win. It checks the boxes for that kind of award. I think F1, too streamery, not, it's like an unbelievable movie, but certainly not a Best Picture. Begonia, sleeper pick. I mean, you got to think that's gonna. It's not the Green Party. It's got an outside shot, but that's the long. I mean, the odds on that, I'm sure you can bet on Kalshi or whatever. The odds on Begonia to win Best Picture are to be long, bro. It'd be really fucking long. Sinners, all right. Production design, sound, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Writing. Original screenplay. All right, cool. Well, I need to watch a couple of these. I will not be watching Avatar. I could not possibly give a fuck. But hell yeah. I mean, go Chalamet. I want to see Timmy Chalamet. I want to see Sinners. Clean up, bro. Hell yeah. And to all those stars out there who I'm sure are tuned in, stay away. Drive home. Or don't drive home. Fuck. Call an Uber. Don't wind up on a fucking cocaine list or whatever the fuck. Dude, the pisses at the Oscars have to be so insane. You're just lining up to the urinal, and who's that to your left? But fucking Anthony Seymour Hopkins, dude, he might be dead. Who's that to my left, dude? Is that the Sandman? Adam Sandler ain't going. And who's that to my left, dude? Arnold Schwarzenegger ain't going. Who's that to my left, dude? Jason Statham. What are you doing here, bro? You know, just like so fun. You're just taking a piss. You're like, Rob Reiner. Oh, man. You got to think everybody's on hog watch. Everybody's trying to sneak a peek at insert celebrity film person here's joke. All right. You rule. If you made it this far into the episode, thank you so much. I appreciate it more than you can ever know. And I'll catch you guys in a week. Later.